Good morning. I'm sitting in the basement of my job waiting for people to come so I can do their COVID test on them. It's hard for me to believe that it's been a year of COVID now. Starting last year when I got back from Houston, we went into lockdown and started doing COVID screens every morning for all of the staff. We did that outside prior to them starting shifts for about 2 months. That quickly shifted to doing the COVID screens within the programs. And now full circle, we're doing separate weekly COVID tests on our staff. And so I do that 4 times a week. Last night, I kicked my youngest son out of the house. My son's 18 years old and I love him so very much. And since COVID started, honestly, I think he was depressed before COVID started. Last year, when he went into his senior year, he started getting lazier and possibly depressed. And instead of, and I know I'm pointing fingers here, but I'm still processing the hurt and the devastation of my parents' continuous undermining of me as a parent. And now my children are grown. They're all adults. And the reverberations, the ripple effect of their shittiness, they're undermining my authority, creating disrespect, supporting disrespect of my kids is still coming back to haunt me and them. So when Ned started acting like a spoiled teenager and possibly experiencing depression then, I wanted to hold him accountable. He was doing irresponsible, costly things that could have been avoided. And when my parents went behind my back, my brother went behind my back, they reached out to my oldest daughter. It was all behind my back with the presentation that your mom's crazy and she's just gonna be mad. She's just gonna yell. So they enabled my son to continue to be an irresponsible jerk, and they let him move into their house. They treated him like a god because he was really great at football. And then when he started to act in the way that I wanted to correct, being lazy, smoking pot, not working, they treated him like shit. So they went from treating him and revering him like a god to treating him like shit and actually fucking him over financially. They did it to 2 of my sons. And this is about them and me and the reverberating effects of shitty parenting. And last night, me coming to the decision to make Ned move out, even though it's 5 degrees outside. And he could have been sleeping in his car. I'm fairly certain he ended up sleeping at his sister's house, but I know he's depressed and he's medicated, but he's not doing anything differently. And it's the same thing as last year, costing money and being a jerk. And last night when I asked him about something and he just flat out said, I don't care, I can't do it. I can't enable him and have him grow up to be a loser like my brothers. You know, my youngest brother lives in a barn, my parents' barn, because he's such a chronic drug addict that he's incapable of keeping a job. He's incapable of living anywhere without relapsing. And I've got to draw the line. I love my son, I love all my kids, but I had to make him leave. So I wasn't the one giving him power and tools to be irresponsible and not show up and take part of it in his life. And this too is Dawn's juicy life. Even the hard things are juicy. And it was hard. So if you're struggling with mental illness, or you're struggling with kids, or you're struggling with substance abuse, I see you, I hear you, I love you.